Let's move on to number 8, Land Legend, Zach Purton, in my top 3 jockeys in the world. 3,200 metres might be the query for him. I know he won a St Ledger over 2,600 metres, but he only beat Cleveland there. His numbers in Australia are good enough to be competitive in a race like this?
Yeah, I mean, he debuted with quite an interesting number in Australia. I don't know what you guys had it, but I sort of looked at it. I didn't know the horse. It was his first Australian run. And it was an interesting race. He was at the back, and then the tempo came out, and they whipped round, and he stayed on. It was actually quite gutsy in the end. And so he came up with a rating at weight for age that was it was a stakes rating at weight for age. And I sort of thought the weights he would carry in a cup, that would make him competitive. And so that rating, sadly for him, is still his best number in Australia for me. And so even the Metrop was shaded by that. And so I really like him. He's a bit of a boyfriend of mine, but I worry about the way he behaved in the Caulfield Cup. You know, the tempo was genuine enough. It wasn't too strong, but he did tug in that race, and Zach said he never settled. So, you know, if he does that again here, can he finish off?
No, would be the answer.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, that rating is on the fringes there, the Metrop rating and the rating you're speaking of from the Ledger, and you're right about what he did in the Caulfield Cup, and that's not going to cut it here. But I suppose the positive is that he did it in the Caulfield Cup, and he gave a master trainer a look at an obvious problem. So he gave Chris Waller a problem to solve, and he's probably pretty good at fixing these sort of problems for what's been the target race, you'd have to say, all along.
Earmark's first time?
Yeah, so and they might have changed some things at work and things like that. We've seen this Chris Waller, he can get him to crank at Flemington, so...
And grand final day.
Yeah, so there is I think this is your angle with Land Legend. If you want to be positive about Land Legend, your angle is that this is his day, and he's been close to the mark without being good enough to win a Melbourne Cup or even to win this Melbourne Cup. His ratings are below that.
So he needs a spike.
He needs a spike, but there's a whiff of it, isn't there? I've got him 22-1. I think he spat out on my numbers, which is about what he is. So once again, second Metrop winner in a row, just fine, and Land Legend, and I'm splinters on both of them.
$20 at the moment. Where is he on the vibometer? Is it a firm $21 shot or a soft?
It's a firm. It's a firm. I see a whiff of that little Waller factor there. I mean, you're playing with the strength. You're playing with strong connections there, aren't you? Zach and Waller, and a pretty good horse. You know, if that spike's there, he's sort of at base camp. He's close enough that if the spike does come, he's right in the game. So I think he's a good 20 shot.
Good way to put it. Yeah. There you go.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.